What's the best real-life example you've seen of the saying? Give the hardest job to the laziest person because they'll find the easiest way to do it. Our restaurant had this absolute nightmare inventory system that was slowly killing everyone's soul. Every single night, someone had to manually count thousands of items, every bottle, every can, every ingredient, then input it all into our ancient computer system. The whole process took 4 to 5 hours of pure misery, usually finishing around 2 a.m. New hires would take one look at the closing checklist and quit after their first inventory shift. We'd gone through 12 people in 3 months. Even our most dedicated employees were burning out fast. The manager was getting desperate. Corporate was breathing down his neck about labor costs and accuracy, but nobody wanted to do the job properly. Then there was Alex, this 22-year-old who showed up late every shift, took 20-minute smoke breaks, and was constantly on his phone. He'd shuffle around the kitchen like he was moving through quicksand, always finding excuses to avoid any real work. Management was ready to fire him. The other employees couldn't stand him. He was basically dead weight, collecting a paycheck. One particularly insane Friday night. We were absolutely slammed and short-staffed. 2 people had called out sick, and we were drowning. The manager was having a complete meltdown when he realized nobody was scheduled for inventory. In desperation, he pointed at Alex and said, "You're doing inventory tonight alone. Figure it out or you're gone Monday morning." We all felt genuinely bad for Alex. That job was brutal, even with help, and he was about to face it solo. Some of us offered to stay late and help, but the manager shut it down. Over time, budget was already blown. Alex just shrugged and said, "Whatever, I'll handle it." We left him there around midnight, expecting to find him still counting at sunrise, probably having a nervous breakdown. Next morning, the manager came in early to check the disaster. He pulled up the inventory system, expecting to see either nothing or completely wrong numbers. Everything was perfectly counted and logged, every single item accurate to the penny. The system showed the inventory was completed at 12:47 a.m. The manager assumed the timestamps were wrong. Alex must have worked all night and finished just before opening. When Alex strolled in at his usual 10:30 a.m., the manager confronted him. "How long did inventory actually take you last night?" "Like 20 minutes, maybe 25, Alex said, already scrolling through TikTok. "That's literally impossible." "Stop lying." Alex looked annoyed at being interrupted. "Dude, I'm not lying. Want me to show you?" He pulled out his phone and opened some random-looking app. "I just scan barcodes with this thing. It connects to our system automatically and updates everything." The manager stared at him like he'd grown a second head. "What are you talking about?" Turns out our expensive inventory management software had a mobile scanning feature that nobody knew existed. Alex had discovered it purely by accident because he was too lazy to walk back and forth to the computer terminal. He'd spent 5 minutes figuring out how to connect his phone to our system, then just walked around scanning items like he was shopping at a grocery store. The manager was speechless. "You mean we've been doing this manually for 2 years when we could have been scanning?" "Pretty much." The app even calculates usage rates and suggests orders. It's actually kind of cool. Within a week, everyone was using Alex's method. Inventory went from 4 to 5 hours of torture to 20 minutes of casual phone scanning. Accuracy improved by 300% because human counting errors were eliminated. The owner promoted Alex to assistant manager on the spot. His first executive decision, installing phone charging stations at every workstation because dead phones kill productivity. 3 months later, a corporate efficiency expert visited to study our sudden improvement in metrics. After seeing our streamlined system, he asked who had designed the process. The owner proudly pointed to Alex, who was in the corner teaching the expert's young assistant how to play some mobile puzzle game. "That guy revolutionized your entire operation? Too lazy to do things a hard way? So he found the smart way instead." The expert took notes furiously while Alex explained his philosophy. "If something takes more than 30 minutes, there's probably an app for it." Last week, corporate asked Alex to train managers at other locations. His response, "Only if I can do over Zoom. Driving to meetings is too much work." They agreed immediately.